Yo, what's up guys? Ignore the stain on my hand right here. Just got off work, but fuck it, these videos are more important. It's currently like 11:33 p.m. Anyway, who gives a fuck about that? Major record labels, how the fuck do they make money? I'm gonna talk about how do they make money. I'm gonna talk about all their main income streams. I'm gonna break it down into 6 main income streams. Let's do it. First, we're gonna have to start off with recorded music, the master rights. This takes about 60 to 70% of most labels' revenue streams. What does this mean? Streaming. So all the money that artists make off streaming, whatever deal they have. So let's just say, I don't know, for example, they have a 360 deal with someone, which means they own majority rights to all the artists' income streams. They would make, let's just say, around 80% of their streaming. They're taking 80% of their streaming numbers, and Spotify pays with 0.005 per stream, and the artist has a song with fucking like 30 million streams. So let's just say that made around $150,000, and the label takes 80% of that 150K. That means they'll be left with 120K. 120K off one song. Think about the amount of fucking artists signed to these record labels. They're all not top performers, but think about the ones that are. 30 million whatever is not even close to the highest performing song. We could get into the billions here. That is the number one revenue stream, just the masters. But it's not just from streaming. It's also from physical sales. This is a lot less because we're not in 2002 anymore. People aren't buying CDs and albums like in store like how they used to. It's all streaming now, but it is still like a good factor. So yeah, any vinyl sales, CDs, or any kind of physical sale, the label would obviously take a percentage. And digital downloads like iTunes, nobody really does that anymore. But yeah, they make money off that. All right. Next revenue stream, licensing and synchronization. Now all these other revenue streams, they're going to be significantly less than the masters because the masters just, that's like the bread and butter. That's most for like the record label, but they're still going to be a big factor. So this takes around 10 to 15% of total revenue, depending on the record label, of course. But so what is licensing and synchronization? This basically means, let's just say a movie reaches out to like an artist or a artist like record label and says, yo, I love your fucking song. It would be perfect in my movie. Do y'all remember like in the Minions movie when they had like that scene in the ocean where it was like showing how the Minions like came to life and they had that Beatles song in the background? That movie pays whoever owns the Beatles masters every fucking time that movie is like streamed or like makes money somehow off some fucking sale or whatever. They get those residuals, and a percentage of that goes to the label because the label owns a part of it. So I mean, the numbers aren't insane with this. So let's just say they have whatever 100 200 movies where production company is paying out to the record label. This adds up. Now let's get into publishing. This takes around 10 to 20% depending on the label, of course. Like publishing can be broken down into a few different things. It's kind of broad, but like I said before, like just normal royalties when a song is like sold physically or whatnot. Also like performed. Let's just say, I don't know, Olivia Rodrigo decides to like perform some Taylor Swift song. I don't know why that would happen, but let's just say it did happen. Taylor Swift and the record label would be paid for that. And it's really just using like the artist's lyrics. That's what like the publishing is really. All right, next. So like artist services, like 360 deals. This revenue is like basically from taking a high percentage of like all aspects of an artist's like revenue streams. So for example, touring, merchandise, brand deals. If it has to do with that artist's name, the label's taking a percentage of that. Let's just say artist does a show, they make $10,000 for that show, but the label has a deal where they take 90% of the revenue, which is crazy. But let's just say they would make $9,000 off that show. This revenue stream doesn't take like a high percentage of like the overall label's main income. It takes about 5 to 10%. Next, let's talk about YouTube/UGC monetization. Basically, when somebody plays a song in a YouTube video, if you're a YouTuber, you know this, you get copyright strike, which basically means that they take the money from your video, so you don't make any money off that video anymore. So watch out what you're playing. I'm pretty sure the rules, you can't play more than like 5 to 8 seconds of like some song. I don't exactly know. And the next and final form of revenue stream is catalog exploitation. So this means, like, let's just say, I don't know, an artist releases an album, creating a deluxe edition. Maybe like a label owns the rights to fucking Marilyn Monroe's catalog, and then they decide, you know what, we're gonna do an anniversary album just to like do some hits, do some like whatever throwbacks. So yeah, it's basically just revamping old music and really just like trying to maximize profit off, you know, what they have. If there's anything you guys thought I left out, let me know in the comments. If you're thinking about signing a record deal, read the fine print, slide me some money because I love money. I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe because you're gonna be part of the club if you do before I hit 1 million by next year. So thank you very much.